Okay, so we got a loggers pickup here, 6 liter that we're tearing apart, and just pulled the air filter housing out of it. And I saw something neat here that I wanted to show. But the intake on this is unfortunately pretty heavily dusted. But I would assume that the reason for that is because of lack of care when changing the air filter or blowing out the air filter or something similar, because you can see the filter itself is actually pretty clean. And just looking at the rest of the pickup, the bed is just fucked. There's 15 gallons of hydraulic oil in the bed and all that kind of stuff. But it's actually a Napa filter that's in there, unfortunately. But I thought it was really interesting taking this apart here that the restriction indicator, it is showing a little bit of restriction, but obviously not too much. And I guess if you could take that now, I was going to put a cover over this side. Not that we need to worry about the housing necessarily. Wow. But it is amazing how much dust these air filters can hold without, giving a whole crap load of restriction. Like, I personally find it really ridiculous when people, instantly want to throw away these factory filters because they think they're, these overly restrictive pieces of shit. But I mean, like, that's a whole fucking handful of dust in there.
Maybe.
Ooh, yeah. Probably move the coolant filter out of the way. Might be a good idea.
Getting a little carried away.
But, yeah. And where we live, we get this just talcum powder, like moon dust, out in the woods. And like I said, this is a logger's pickup, so he spends all day every day out in the woods. But yeah, that's not even all of the shit that's in here, because these power core filters are kind of difficult to get the shit back out of because of their design. But if we look at the clean side here, so the housing's dirty, but I think that's operator error more than anything. If we look at the filter itself, the filter actually, yeah, like if you look, the dust is on this surface here. It's not, it doesn't look like it bypassed around the O-ring. And I don't see any evidence of the filter media itself passing any of this stuff. And fuck, this thing's actually so dirty, I'm not even going to worry about keeping it clean.
Yeah.
At first, I was kind of thinking that we maybe reuse it. So I got an idea. So we can do, we'll start again. So since I'm not concerned about reusing this filter, I'll blow it out. Normally I don't like to blow out filters. But so the filter held all that fucking, that much dirt in it, and it still didn't have very much restriction to it. So that's why, we like to use and see people running the factory 6-liter air filter, because they are actually very, very good filters. In the sense that they can, flow plenty enough air for the factory, amount of power, or even a fair bit more power. Like, if you're making some big boy 2,000 horse or whatever, then okay, maybe that's not a thing. But they flow a ton of air. They hold a shitload of dust, and don't pull much restriction, even when they're packed full of dust like this. Anything else?